morning, my name is Diana Rosa and I'm going to talk about the abstract. COVID-19 affecting the aeronautical industry worldwide since its appearance in November 2019 in Wuhan, China. Due to this, they have begun to implement biosecurity strategies in order to reactivate this sector and its economy. Air France is one of the airlines that have stood out for putting into practice the different biosafety protocols both in land and air operations. Implementing the mandatory use of the surgical mask, a new system that allows the cabin air to be renewed every 3 minutes, daily cleaning, and the periodic disinfection of all contact surfaces. In the case of long flights, a sanitary kit is offered. And finally, regarding catering, a rigorous handling of meals is maintained since priority is given to products protected with plastic film or packaging. For this reason, Air France obtained 4 stars in the classification COVID-19 Safety Rate by Skytrax, and it is preparing to obtain the 5 star. Taking this into account, this project aims to collect quantitative information applying an explanatory and descriptive methodology regarding the current situation in the aeronautical industry and how Air France has taken measures to reduce the impact of COVID-19. In order to analyze and announce the implementation of biosafety protocols by the airline when providing service on board.
The airline Air France was created in 1933 on October 31st. It is the flagship of the country France. That company is located among the first airlines in Europe. It belongs to the SkyTeam Alliance. In the last year, 2020, the airline began to take measures due to the health emergency situation COVID-19, which has caused adaptation in scheduled flights to satisfy and fulfill the distribution needs according to the restrictions imposed by the government of the country. Something that the airline implemented was the waiver ticket change fees. That is, if you buy a ticket flight and you cannot use it the same day due to the situation, you can change the flight for another time. According to the article published by the Daily Traveling News magazine, Air France has demonstrated its commitment and concern regarding to the current situation the world is going through. So much so that it's one of the few airlines that has obtained the title of COVID-19 Airline Safety Rating after the global audit carried out by the International Air Transport Classification Agency Skytrax. For this, Skytrax evaluated the safety protocols of their airlines, mainly the effectiveness and consistency of the safety and hygiene measures implemented to protect customers and COVID-19 staff. The comfort, well-being, and health of passengers is the main concern of the airline Air France. Currently, the world is going through a health crisis that seems to have no end. For this reason, the company has made the decision to generate action plans to guarantee a safe flight to passengers. Air France has implemented a series of measures so that passengers can travel with all possible security measures during this period of COVID-19. For this reason, the company is working on the following measures after the confinement that the French authorities have decided to impose. Some of its biosecurity measures on board are:
First, clean the air in aircraft cabins. Air France aircraft are equipped with an air recycling system composed of air filters very similar to those used in operating rooms. The air in the cabins is renewed every 3 minutes.
Second, cleaning of cabins and comfort accessories. Air France applies strict hygiene standards to verify the monitoring before each departure of all aircraft and that they are thoroughly clean. Carpet and all seats are vacuumed. All contact surfaces like tables, armrests, screens, remote control are cleaned using approved disinfectants. The blankets made available are systematically renewed with protective plastic film for optimal hygiene. Additionally, the Colombian government recently, through Resolution 411 of 2021 of the Ministry of Health, indicated that the use of the surgical mask is required for national or international flights that leave or arrive in the country, and people over 60 years of age with any disease must wear the mask type N95.
Air France crisis. Air France has lost a stunning 7.1 billion euros net income amid the global pandemic in the year 2020. This loss has been considered the worst year in its entire history. It's important to highlight and visualize the crisis and the level of affectation which Air France is currently facing in order to measure how effective the different biosafety protocols are implemented and how every day Air France has a new strategies for a gradual activation of a sector as important as the aeronautical sector. As can be seen in the accompanying graph, in 2017, according to the Aerocivil report entitled Origin Destination Statistic December 2017, Air France has served a total number of 158,133 passengers in Colombia throughout the year. In 2018, according to the Aerocivil report entitled Origin Destination Statistics December 2018, Air France moved a total number of 165,255 passengers in Colombia throughout the year, which means that it moved 7,122 passengers more than the last year. In 2019, according to the Aerocivil report entitled Origin Destination Statistics December 2019, Air France has served a total number of 175,931 passengers in Colombia throughout the year, which means that it handled a further 10,706 passengers compared to the previous year. In 2020, according to Aerocivil report entitled Origin Destinations Statistics December 2020, Air France handled served a total number of 26,339 passengers in Colombia throughout the year, which means that it has served 149,592 fewer passengers than the last year. This is due to the pandemic caused by COVID-19. In the month of April, Air France didn't move passengers, and the number of passengers who moved in the different months was almost null. The level of crisis by COVID-19 in the airline industry, based specifically on the Air France, is quite high, since it's evident that the number of passengers that travel in Colombia in the year doesn't represent even 10% compared to the past year.
Vous permettre de découvrir le monde, ses multiples cultures et vous offrir la plus belle expérience de voyage est l'essence même de notre métier. Dans ce contexte sanitaire particulier, nous restons mobilisés à vos côtés et nous mettons tout en œuvre pour vous assurer un voyage en toute sérénité. Attentifs à l'évolution de la situation, nous avons créé pour vous Air France Protect, un label qui regroupe l'ensemble des mesures instaurées par la compagnie. Air France Protect, c'est l'assurance de voyager dans les meilleures conditions de sécurité sanitaire. Les mesures les plus strictes sont appliquées à chaque étape de votre voyage. Le port du masque chirurgical est obligatoire pour tous. Vous devez le porter dès votre arrivée à l'aéroport et durant tout le voyage. Pour votre confort, nous vous conseillons d'en prévoir plusieurs. Bien entendu, toutes nos équipes au sol et à bord sont équipées de masques. À l'aéroport, tous nos comptoirs sont équipés d'écrans de protection en plexiglas et sont régulièrement désinfectés, tout comme les bornes libre-service. De la signalétique et des annonces sonores vous rappellent les mesures de distanciation physique à respecter. Du gel hydroalcoolique est également à votre disposition. De plus, un contrôle de température corporelle peut être effectué au départ de certains vols.
The airline Air France has stowed for its great work in the implementation of biosafety protocols due to the health contingency that occurred to COVID-19. For this reason, the airline has been awarded recognition by Skytrax, taking 4 stars for the sanitary measures they have implemented for the safety of the passengers and workers. However, the airlines has had to go through significant loss in both passengers and cargo transport, with agreed economic loss in 2020 and agreed reactivation process in 2021, to continue maintaining confidence and security. At the time of making flight with the airlines, due to this, it has received financial support from the French government for a figure of 4 million euros as part of the state inaugurated to companies affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, which generates new competitive opportunities against other airlines. It is estimated that by 2023, Air France will be able to position itself as one of the safest airlines with new biosafety protocols in order to generate a good service on board and great comfort when traveling. Taking into account this, the airline will be able to recover of the crisis that you are currently facing.
The time that we spend doing our investigation. We have analyzed many things. We have also learned many things about Air France. We have worked as a team, and thanks to this, we conclude several things. The airline has proposed different innovations and strategies in order to present new initiatives to have safer flights in time of COVID-19. Always putting the health and safety of all its personnel and customers both on the ground and in the air first. We also realized that Air France has stayed out from the implementation of new protocols, and thanks to this, it has received the most prestigious award worldwide. Air France is one of the few airlines that have obtained the title of COVID-19 Airline Safety Rating after the global audit carried out by the International Air Transport Classification Agency, SkyTrax. For this, SkyTrax evaluated the safety protocols of the airlines, mainly the effectiveness and consistency of safety and hygiene measures implemented to protect the clients and staff from the COVID-19. The airline tries to implement new and better strategies, but the government will allow its flight to take place. They always do think about safety, comfort, and all the needs. They also receive the complaints and suggestions that can help the airline to continue with an excellent quality on-board service. Due to the COVID-19, the airline has had many economic loss. People were not booking flights, and due to the biosecurity measure grabbed by the government, they could not safe flight either. The government saying that COVID-19 will leave the airline at a loss, gave it the monetary support which supported activate it reach again and magnet to get ahead by becoming one of the pioneer airlines in France again.